right. Hello, everyone. I am organMike. I am streaming live from my workspace, which is a church, which is why you get the nice big booming reverb in this beautiful space. And I'm going to be playing for you Ultima IV, Quest of the Avatar. This is a formative game of my youth and an important game in the history of role-playing games. And hopefully, we're going to be doing it very fast. I do have a question for chat, though. I have chat up in a separate window so I can keep an eye on you. We have a name for a hero. Anyone have a name in particular they would like to name a hero? Take a sec for the stream delay to catch up, and as soon as I see that, I will start the game. So we've got a philosophical masterpiece here. Well, masterpiece is a bit of a stretch in that sense, but we've got a very philosophical game going. Our job here is not to defeat an ultimate evil, but to defeat the evil within ourselves. The purpose here, the goal, is to become the avatar, the force of good, the ideal hero. Not just someone who can beat a bad guy, but someone who can be a paragon, someone who can be an example to the people. The story goes that after the Age of Darkness and the three great evils were defeated, the people came together and banded together and then became kind of lax about the whole fighting evil thing. So now we need to give them an ideal to strive towards. So let's see here. So do we have... I don't see a name coming up in chat. All right. Well, all other things being equal, in another world in a time to come. Copyright 1987. I was 5 years old when this came out, and I've been playing it ever since. I played this first on the Commodore 64. All right. In the absence of a name, we're going to initiate a new game. By what name shalt thou be known in this world and time? Well then. Obscurathon. Obviously. And art thou male or female? Personally, no. But this particular character, I believe, shall be female. Time will begin as soon as I select a character gender. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's roll. First of all, we get this introduction where, to summarize, you're disconnected from your modern life. You don't like it. You go for a walk in the woods, sit down under a tree, start to take a nap. You hear a noise. There's a blue portal that comes up. A couple things fall out of it. And then you pick them up. There's 2 books, a map and an ankh. One of the books you can't read. The other one is the history of Britannia. You then hear a Ren fair. You go down to the Ren fair, and on the far side, you find a covered wagon. And then you find this woman sitting in the covered wagon, and she's going to ask me a bunch of questions. This is going to determine my character class and starting stats. Honesty is a required answer every time because I want to be a mage. Compassion, I don't like losing out on. She's going to ask us 7 questions. So there's 8 virtues that we have to specialize in. We'll take spirituality there. So each time we answer, she'll move 1 question on to the next. We'll take valor there over humility. She'll move 1 question on to the next and then drop the other one out. So we'll answer 4 questions regarding the first 8, sacrifice. And then those 4 that we chose will be mixed up again. And we get to pick from 2 of these. Oh, I don't like losing spirituality, but it's the way it goes. RNG starts off exciting. We'll take valor over sacrifice, and then have to take honesty over valor. A lot more of this gets explained as we go, but frankly, the first 15 to 20 minutes of this are just wild with content, so away we go. First thing we do, we go into the town of Moonglow, we turn off the volume. You will not be hearing any sounds unless I mess something up. We will steal the money. Oops, I have to mix. I got poisoned. So we will cast a cure spell. We're going to open the door. We're going to go over here. We're going to steal some more money. Because we are paragons of virtue, we're going to just rob this town blind. And speaking of blind and robbery, we're going to come over here and talk to a herbalist. The herbalists here are all blind. Come on, thank you, I can talk to you. So we're going to order up 99 of each reagent, and we're going to pay 1 gold, because she can't tell how much I'm paying. So we just tell her that we paid. This is not virtuous, by the way. There we are. We're going to mix some spells. Spells in this game have 2 important parts. The mixture, you have to mix your spells before you cast them. And the magic points. You have to have enough magic points to cast them. Makes sense, I hope. That is where we're going to start with those mixes. We're going to blink north twice. Blink is our fastest way of travel. Well, one of the fastest ways of travel across the overworld. And we're going to head over here, get around the forest. Come on, we're getting a lot of slow travel. And down here, and we're going to try and avoid those. We're going to fight the orcs, I guess. And they will run away. There we go. We're going to leave that treasure chest there. We're going to go into the village of Vesper. And we're going to head over here. We're going to buy some equipment. Specifically, we're going to purchase a single sling and 20 flaming oils. Nope, 0. J, please. Tired fingers. Ready the sling. Can't use a weapon we don't have readied. We're going to go to the guild shop. We're going to purchase magic gems. We're going to purchase an extra set of magic gems just for safety, and same thing with keys. We only need 1 set of each, but it's nice to have 2 sets for safety. I keep forgetting to do this bit where I go over here and rob this town blind as well. There's a guard standing right there who will watch me steal all the town's treasure. Because he's a very good guard, I promise you. And over here we go, and back out of town, and blink across the river, and over here there's this little patch of swamp. We're going to stand in it, and we're going to mix our spells. And if you watch at the top of the screen, you'll see the 2 little slivers of moon there are going to shift slowly and surely. I'm filling up the event buffer with stuff going on, so they're not going to shift as fast as they normally would. But about every 3 seconds, you'll see the moon on the right shift. And about every 9 seconds, oops, Z is D, E, X, E. Need to mix my spells. What we're looking for is both moons to go to their new moon phase, because that is the only time we can find Mandrake, which is in this little swamp patch that we're standing in. Mixing all the spells I need here. So yeah, mixing spells while I'm waiting for the moons to shift is just a good use of time. Compress events together. But can Dave dispel spell? I have my little mnemonic for remembering what spells I need. Even. Everything is represented. Oh, I'm out of D. Didn't even apply. Okay, I need to make more of that. Apply, he queried. Oh, we're gonna get to some being rude to guards later. Don't worry, it'll be hilarious. There we go. Wind change. Oh, I don't have any left. What have I got left? Okay, CBC. UAC. We're almost there. Quit and save, and search for Mandrake Root. I can only find Mandrake Root every 16 turns, and I got poison standing in the swamp, and I got attacked. Excellent. But I have a sling now. I can shoot from a distance. Okay, done. Cast a heal spell, please. All right, and we go zipping up here. We're going to head over this way. Every time you see it blink like that and me move that quickly, that's me casting a blink spell. We're going to mix some gate travel spells while we're standing here waiting for another moon gate to, or for another moon event to happen. I didn't get that much Mandrake. I don't like that low level. Oh, I don't have any, right? Oh, shoot. Okay. So the other thing that the moons affect are what's called the moon gates. There are 8 of them. They're each connected to one of the major cities in the world. There are 8 major cities, 8 virtues to deal with, 8 characters that we have to recruit. There's a lot of 8s. So when that shows up, I'm going to wait 1 step, boom, and in I go. We're going to blink to the west. We're going to walk to the west. We're going to blink to the west and blink to the... Oh. We're not going to blink to the north. MP too low. MP comes back at a rate of 1 per turn, whether you're in combat or walking through the overworld. Get out of here. All right, and I don't want to fight in the... There we go. So over here, and if I blink north, right here is something called the Silver Horn. We'll need that later. But it's also worth 400 experience points, which is a lot. Into the Dungeon Destard. We won't see much in the dungeons. We're going to descend. We're going to cast the Zdown spell. And we're going to peer at a gem to see where we landed. Good. Ignite a torch. Perfect. Search there for the red stone. That has meaning later. The other meaning it has is it's worth 200 experience. We'll go through here. That's a secret door in the wall. We don't have to fight insects. They're not evil. We're going to heal up before I go through this room. We're going to cast a quickness spell, so I move at twice the speed I normally... Well, it's about twice the speed. Into the Dungeon Covetous, we'll use the Yip spell. And we'll land in the wrong part of the dungeon. Fantastic. We'll cast Zdown. The up and down spells are random. That is a Reaper, and I don't want to fight it. Where you land is randomized, so we're going to cast Yep again to try and avoid that Reaper. I am not having good luck yet. Game, please. Did it land me in the same segment again? No. Okay, there we go. We'll just get that. Will's down. This is also the wrong segment. Covetous is being very mean to me today. I'm out of downs. Oh, no. This is bad. Okay. We're going to reroute on the fly. Awesome. We are going to use the exit spell. We are over here. Okay, so this is where we were paused earlier. This is where the moon gate is. So we're doing some on-the-fly rerouting. And we just have to wait for the moons to change, so I'll just sit here. So normally the first 20 minutes are frantic and there aren't these moments where we can sit and pause. But right now, because I had to use so many up and down spells and just ran out of down spells because I kept winding up in the wrong segment of the dungeon, nothing I can do about that. I mean, so we just got to kick back for about 15 seconds and let the time go by. Lovely. This should open up. We should go... Okay, we'll go into 6 again. There we go. We will blink north. We will ignore that little town there. We're going to blink north again. We need to come here anyway, because this is another spot that I can find Mandrake. And I'm going to... Oh, I'm going to need to pass some... Well, no, I don't actually need to pass some turns. So this is another spot I can find Mandrake, which I will right here. Once the moons are both in their new moon phase, because I didn't get enough Mandrake the first time. So it works out. One of the big things that can throw a wrench in our routing is when a ship shows up, which could happen because I'm right by the ocean. There's Mandrake. There's more Mandrake. There's more Mandrake. Okay, good. Stop. Blink north. Cast Cure so I don't die of poison. Dying of poison is bad. Dying of anything is bad. We're going to get a horse. When you yell giddy up, the horse moves 2 squares every time you tell it to move. Yeah, I do need some reagents. And we're going to do the same thing we did the first time. And just, we'll just buy out everything and just pay a single gold for it. Because all the herbalists are blind. Literally. Mix some more blink spells. The problem is, blink, heal, and up and down both take, or all take Spider Silk, as well as exit. And energy field, which is another one we need. But can Dave even fly? Wind change. Yeah, we'll take a few more wind change spells, some heals, because we're going to restock while we're here. And then we're going to fix our virtues. So I can check what my virtue levels are right now. Those are not particularly good. That's a string of 16 digits. Each pair of digits represents one of the 8 virtues. So we're going to refill our reagents, and then I'm going to purchase, here it is, garlic at cost. And by purchasing at cost, when I could cheat her, I'm actually regaining my honesty, justice, and honor, which is great. Every time I pay for something at cost, I am regaining 2 points in each of those. And a lot of the strategies for coping with virtues focus on the fact that they can't go below 1 point. So I can drop them as low as 1 point, and then I just have to boost them back up to 99 to get them maximized. That should be there. Yeah, oh, 95. Better fix that. Yes, see. There we go. That should be at 99. There it is. Good. And now also we need to do, while we're here in this lovely little village of Paws, we need to come down here. And here's the Rune of Humility. That's important for later. All right. Now, since the original plan got fuddled up somewhat, we're going to head over here. Okay, we're going to, nope, this is, still need to go north from here. Ah, skeleton. Ignore those guys. It's nice being able to move faster than them. Link north, get the white stone. And link south, exit the horse, enter the dungeon shame. We'll head over. I found the purple stone. Excellent. Board the horse. Check my magic points so I don't waste spells. And we need to get one more stone. It's up here in that dungeon right there. Despise. We're going to cast this down 2, 3, 4. We're going to ignite a torch so I can see right where I landed. Landed in a great spot. And there's a couple trolls there to meet me. Thank you. Normally trolls hide under bridges. I am not kidding. We may see bridge trolls at any time we cross a bridge, actually. 20 points. Cast a quickness spell and go in here. There's a little chip in this wall. It represents a secret door. Stepping in there also triggered a secret panel, which opened this secret door here, which opens this way forward. And I need to get through here and get the yellow stone, exit out, board my horse, yell giddy up, and head down here. That is Castle Britannia. And we're going to come in here. We're going to punch a guard in the face. So, this is a fun little exploit of the virtue system. The game has 2 flags it needs to consider, whether something is evil and whether something is hostile. If something is not hostile, it is considered, if something is not hostile, starting a fight with it will cost you compassion, justice, and honor. If something is not evil, running away from it will cost you no valor, but it will instead give you 2 points of compassion and justice back. So starting a fight with a non-evil creature is bad, but it makes all the guards hostile, but they're still not evil. Just because they're hostile doesn't mean they're evil. So I can start one fight, all the guards come after me, and I very much gain a lot more compassion and justice than I would than I lose for starting the first fight. What I'm doing here is boosting my spirituality in order to better see inside oneself. To become a more spiritual person, one must visit the seer frequently. Well, frequently in this case means every 100 steps. So I have to wait for the step counter to turn over. I know the step counter turns over because I also use 1 unit of food every 100 steps. So I just watch for that food unit to drop by 1, and then I know I can talk to the seer again. Every time I talk to the seer, it gives me 3 points of spirituality. We're at 82. I need to get 3 more. I need to get over 89 or higher. So this would be 85. Next one would be 88. And then I do it slightly more modular there when we get our last one. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. And that should put us at 91. Good. And there's a bunch more guards here that we don't have to fight, but, you know, we'll come over here. And I would normally take that. We've already set our honesty up, and taking that would be dishonest. But the rune of spirituality is there for me to take. And as soon as I climb the stairs, everyone forgets what a jerk I am. I talk to these guards about guarding. They ask me, am I the most valiant warrior? Well, one of the virtues is humility. Saying you're the most valiant warrior, that's not humble at all. So I say, no, I'm not the most valiant warrior. This is Lord British. He puts us at level 6. What's my dexterity at? 22, darn. Anytime you're asked a question that seems to relate to humility, the answer is no. They'll ask if you're proud. They'll ask, are you proud? No, I'm not proud. Are you humble? Are you humble is a trick question. You don't take pride in being humble, right? I'm the most humble person you could ever meet. No, that's not how you get virtue. Anytime the question is something about humility, answer no. There's also a judge who will ask you, can you honestly claim to be guilty of no crime ever? Saying yes is prideful, right? Here is a healer. We need to get our sacrifice up. So we're going to say no, and yes, we're going to give blood. Giving blood represents a loss of 100 hit points in this game. Yes, BS will heal up, and then we will give more blood. You have to have at least 400 hit points in order to give blood. And there I've got 90, what's that? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 90. Good. 90, 94, 91, 99. Okay, good. All good. We're going to get another fight with the guard up here. And back here, we have a secret back entrance to the dungeon Hithloth. We're going to take it. We're going to drop straight down to level 8. And I need to go here into the altar room of love. We're going to ignore all that stuff up there. We're going to head over here to the dungeon wrong. Climb up. Cast Y up. Back up to the wall. And then go through this room. If I don't walk straight up the middle, those barriers don't come down and I don't have to deal with the hydras. There are sleep fields there. There's also a magic ball. When you touch it, it increases your stats. It also does 400 points of damage. Fortunately, there's a healing spring right there. I'm going to cast an energy field spell of poison and cast it where I can step in it and poison myself. One of the interesting things about this game is that if you are poisoned, you can't be affected by sleep spells. You can be affected by other things that make you sleep, but not by sleep spells specifically. And if you are guessing that perhaps I'm going to be fighting something that's about to use sleep spells on me, very good. Right in here, those are Reapers, and I just realized I haven't mixed any Tremors. Tremor is the big all-attack spell. It just hits everything. The way it works is it only affects enemies who have less than a certain threshold of hit points. But that threshold is like 224 or something like that. It's quite a high threshold. This gazer does not want to die. Thank you. I mean, I don't want to die either, but there's no reason to be rude about it. Is down. Tremor will then alternately either reduce them to a point, reduce them to hit points low enough that they will try to run away. 2, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it will kill them outright. Or just do nothing to them. Tremor. There we go. The thing in the middle is called a Zorn. It eats magic, but it gives you 1 turn at least before it negates all magic in the room. And fortunately, the Tremor spell did its work. Tremor, you might imagine, is very expensive. It is. We're going to heal up a bit. Spend a couple turns regaining magic points. If you're interested in this game, it is free. You can get it on GOG.com for nothing. It's been free since the 90s. We're going to ready up some flaming oil. We're going to throw a flaming oil on the Zorn and let him burn. There he goes. Thank you. Now, one of the other things I try to do is get my dexterity up over 40. The way this port is programmed, if your dexterity is higher than 40, you can never miss a shot. Unfortunately, my dexterity didn't get high enough. Here to gem, go straight south. Good landing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Winds would blow out any light I have. Falling rocks, a pit. Dispel a field in front of me. Get the blue stone, and exit out and back to the overworld. We're going to head over here. This is the Shrine of Honesty, and this is normally where I can take my first breather, because we have to meditate. In order to become the avatar, we have to master each of the virtues. To do so, we have to meditate on them for 3 cycles after we have proven, by raising that virtues level to 99, that we are a good person. Yes, the game is in fact free. I'm not saying this as an advertisement for GOG.com. It was free, like I said, from back in the 90s. I believe it was made free when Ultima Online came on as a promotional thing. I believe that's what the situation was. But yeah, you can get this game for free. Yeah, it's been free forever, for a long, long time. I've achieved partial avatarhood in the virtue of honesty. I've given granted a vision. Everything is good. We're going to cast a gate travel spell. I don't have the magic points to cast a gate travel spell, do I? No, I don't, but I better do it quick. Gate to 1. And again, I'm going to wait for the moons to change to both new, because right in this spot is what we find what's called the Black Stone. I'll need that later. I've been picking up several stones in the dungeons. We're going to blink north. My magic points are still too low. Of course they are. I don't want to fight you. I'm going to fight you. Running away is bad for Valor. Valor is an important stat, and it's the one we have to grind for. So losing Valor is not a good idea. This is the Lyceum. It's one of the 3 castles. There are 8 towns, 3 castles. And here is where we find the Book of Truth in the library, where you would expect to find a book. The Book of Truth is also worth 400 experience. And now we are going to gate travel to 8. This is the Ruin of Magincia, 3,210 turns, and we're going to try and find a ship. So finding a boat. This is the biggest RNG lock of the game. This can actually kill runs, actually quite easily. Oh, hello. You are not a ship. Why are you not a ship? You should be a ship. You should not be a sea serpent. Yeah, we've got to wait for a pirate ship to come by. There's nowhere to buy a boat. And in the previous game, in Ultima 3, I can glitch a boat into existence, but I can't do that here. That's just not an option. Could do it on the Apple II. Oh, hello. That was a rather quick pirate ship. Excellent. Can do it on the Apple II or Commodore 64 ports. All right, there's our boat. A good fast boat. We're going to cast a wind change spell. When you move against the wind, it's very slow. There's a second boat. That's actually rather obnoxious. Ship-to-ship combat's annoying. There's the Bell of Courage. Going to come down here. Going to turn east. So when you move against the wind, you lose 3 out of every 4 turns. When you move with the wind, you lose 1 out of every 4 turns. And when you move in perpendicular to the wind, you're not slowed down by it at all. Again, we're waiting for both moons to be new, and we will get the skull of the wizard Mondaine. If you followed the Ultima lore, Mondaine is involved in like every major event in the game from the start of the series until the 6th game. So the Skull of the Wizard, if I use it as an item, it will destroy all wandering monsters on the field. If I use it in a town, oh no, I hate fighting on water. It's annoying. If I use it in a town, it will kill all the residents of the town. And if I And the downside is it will do 5, or no, it will cost me 10 points in every virtue, I think it is. 10 or 5. It's 5 points in every virtue. I get 10 points in every virtue for destroying the skull, which is one of the quest items we will do. Use the wheel. That raised my ship's hit points, which you can see where my gold was, beside my food, up to 99. Yes, your ship has hit points, and it can be destroyed. We're going to gate... Where do I go now? I go back to Hithloth. Right, I should have all the stones. 8 stones. Good. So the next thing I need to do, come in here, and I do have the experience. I'm going to pick up a level, because I don't have 40 dexterity yet. I'm going to get an extra level. Normally I wouldn't detour like this, but I'm going to because I want to have 40 dexterity, which I do. Now I've got 45. Fantastic. Because that way I cannot miss. And being unable to miss is a pretty big deal. Go through here, go back into the dungeon Hithloth, and it's a straight shot back down to the bottom. This time we're going to go once more into the altar room of love. We're going to use the stones we've packed up, the yellow, green, orange, and white, which gives me one part of the 3-part key, specifically the piece of love. 3. Oh, hello. We're going to ready our Reaper Killer, Flaming Oil. Flaming Oil makes a sheet of fire under the target, and the fun thing is, Reapers are trees, they can't move, so they just stand there till they burn. This is the Altar Room of Truth. We're going to use the stones that are blue, green, purple, not purple, and white, and we're going to leave this way into the dungeon Shame. We've been here before, but only at the top. We're going to cast another quickness spell and go in here. Use the stones. They are red, orange, purple, and white. That gives me the other part of the 3-part key. We are going to go south back to Hithloth and exit out. And that's the 3-part key done. This is a balloon. We're going to climb, use the skull, and throw it into the abyss. That's the one spot you can use it. The balloon moves on its own. Y'all don't know how good that was. Just because you don't know the game. We're going to fight some demons here. We're going to cast a poison energy and get myself poisoned. We're going to fight 8 packs of demons. When I stepped into this area, I used the horn, the silver horn we found early on in the game. That silver horn prevents these attacks. It only lasts for 9 turns, though. You can use it again and again and again, but I'm going to need to grind these fights so that I can get my valor up and so I can get my experience up. So this is the major fight grind of the game. And this is one of the things that having 40 dexterity makes so much better. If you're missing, even if you're missing 1 out of every 8 shots, you're fighting so many fights in here, it's a massive difference being unable to miss. Oops, no, enter, please. Stop that, enter. Humility. This is the Shrine of Humility. Oh. Break. Breathe, it's all good. Meditate on humility. Lum. Oh. All the stiff joints get worked out. Yeah, so the way the demons work is if you're in this little section of the map, every time you move south, that is towards the Shrine of Humility, a group of 8 demons will appear, or 8 groups of demons will appear. This is a great way to get fights to grind up your valor. I have to check what my valor is. It is currently 83. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 83. So I need it to get to 99. So I've got a deficit of 16. In theory, I could manage that with only 16 fights. After every fight with an evil creature, it's a coin toss. 50-50 chance that you will get a point of valor. It is literally the worst mechanic in the game. It's completely random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I pick up the treasure chests because there are only 24 slots for static entities on the overworld. right? There's 4 slots for wandering monsters, actually 8 because it has to go to 8 for this and for pirates later. But there's only 4 slots for wandering monsters, essentially, and there's 24 slots for static items. That includes the balloon, that includes treasure chests, that includes the horse, and that includes all my boats. And you saw, I told you how much of a nuisance that a boat can be to try and get. So if you have more than 24 items or 24 objects, it starts randomly replacing old ones with new ones. So I always have to pick up the treasures. So I picked up 9 points out of 16 fights, picked up 9 points of valor. That's pretty good. Sorry, 10 points of valor. So I'll check after each group. Come on. There we are. You might also notice that I have to move, I can only attack orthogonally, while enemies can shoot diagonally. They can't attack diagonally, but they can shoot diagonally. It's unfair. Every so often I have to make sure I heal, because I can get killed here. Death warping is actually a thing in the game. If you die, if your party gets wiped out, and I will have a party, don't worry. If your party gets wiped out, Lord British will rescue you. You wake up in Lord British's throne room. You'll have lost your money. Your gold and food will be set. We are going to call it there. Gate to 5. Your gold and food will be set to 200. You will lose any unequipped weapons or armor, but you keep all your progress. All your important special items, everything like that will be kept. We are going to now step into the moon gate when both moons are full, and this takes me to the Shrine of Spirituality. No, friends, this is Om. Spirituality is Om. Om. Okay, this also gives me a chance to plan out the rest of my route. My next stop is generally Jalome, which is where I will get the teammate Jeffrey, and where I will get the Rune of Valor. If you don't have the proper rune, you cannot go into the shrine in the first place. It just won't let you. You just can't get in. So we're going to gate travel, use the gate travel spell to go and visit Jeff in Jalome. Cast gate 3. You might ask, why not? Oh, we're going to punch some guards too. That's fun. Dispel. I have to dispel fields. Magic is required. You cannot do a no spell run. I'm working on a low spell route, which I think I've got down to like 10 dispels and nothing else. We're going to come up through here. Going to jimmy the lock to come into the inn. Max is not in my way. We're going to come over here. We're going to talk to Jeffrey. Get him to join me. Cool. Guards are in my way over here. So Jeff is going to take them all on. Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff. You can do it, Jeff. You can do it, Jeff. Jeff? Hello, Jeff? How come you're not... You can do it. You can't do it. I'm not even... He's not even attacking. He's just standing there. He's just standing there. They're just beating him up. They're just beating the pump. Oh no, Jeff is dead. Also fun fact, losing a character in combat gets me a point of sacrifice. So if I needed it, I just earned 1 point of sacrifice. Okay. Now, the reason we want the party members dead is because it's way faster to run with a single character. But we are required to have a full party if we want to beat the game. Absolutely required. We cannot win the game without having a party of 8. It will kick us out at the end. It will say, you have not demonstrated your mastery in leadership. And the party has to absolutely consist of 1 member of each class. There's Wizard, Druid, Paladin, Ranger, Bard, Fighter, Jeffrey's a Fighter, Shepherd, and Tinker. And we have to have all 8 of those. My thoughts are pure. I have not finished... Oops! I meant to come over here and fight some trolls before I went to do that. I'm going to blame the fact that I haven't slept much today. So we're going to fight a couple fights of bridge trolls to get my valor up to where it ought to be. We're also going to go grab some more mandrake. Well, I'm here. We'll come grab some mandrake. Yeah, I need to get one more point of valor. I'm going to grab, yeah, we're going to grab some more. Some spells while I'm here. And go. There we go. Okay, good. Good enough. Now all my commands are slowed down because I have to specify who's doing them. Hopefully this will get me up to 99 and I can go and finish off Valor. And then we'll... Actually, while we're here, we'll do Sacrifice since Julia's right here. Yeah, okay, good. We're here. All those 9s are nice to see. Blink north. I know better than that. West. There we go. Okay. So we need the Rune of Sacrifice, which is down here in Zircon's Forge. There's Zircon. Sometimes Zircon gets in the way. If he does, I'll just beat him up. Because again, we'll be fighting enough guards that we can get away with it. And it's better than having him stick us in the forge and watch us cook. Because he can do that. This is Julia. She will join me. She's honored to join me, in fact. This is a poison swamp. I want her poisoned. There we go. We're going to blink to the east. We're going to walk over here. We're going to blink to the south twice. We're going to take 2 steps north, blink to the east twice, and enter the Shrine of Sacrifice. I keep forgetting to do it. I mean to make a habit of it, to save before I go into the shrines. Because if I mistype, which has happened, I'm trying to be very careful, but if I mistype a mantra, it costs me points in sacrifice. And I have already become a partial avatar in sacrifice. The problem with that is then it will tell me, thou hast lost an 8th, and then I have to go and get it back. Which means I have to go meditate at a shrine to get more spirituality up, or I have to go back and visit Hawkwind the Seer and get more spirituality up that way. The other trick is I cannot meditate at a shrine again until the 100s digit of my step counter changes. So I'm going to have to check that before I go to do my Valor. So, okay, we'll just pass turns, 60 turns and bring Julia down to 50 hit points. There we go. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Gate 2, 3. We'll try this again. Yeah, I'm going to lay all the blame on the fact that I had to do all that on-the-fly routing. That's why everything's so messed up right now. It's not actually all that messed up. So from here, I'm going to go to U, to the town of U, where I will deal with justice, the Rune of Justice, and the vicious felon Vorpal. If Vorpal gets in the way, I can pummel him, but after I get the Rune of Justice and I become an avatar in Justice, then I cannot play guard tag anymore after that, because I will lose an 8th, whether it's in Justice, Compassion, or Honor, or all 3. I don't want to do it at that point. I want to make sure I have enough magic points to cast Gate Travel. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there is the town of U. Julia has passed away. Join me, Jonna. Pay no attention to the corpses. Oh, get out of my way. Thank you. All of these guards would come after me. It would be great. I'd run away from all of them. I'd run away so well. We're going to blink east, blink north twice, and there's the Shrine of Justice. And look, Jana got poisoned, completely coincidentally. Completely coincidentally, I promise you. One reason we wait till the end to start assembling the party is because random encounters cap, the size of random encounters cap at twice the party size. So when you only have one character running around, you can only run into up to 2 monsters in a random encounter. You could see that right away once I got Jeffrey and started fighting the guards. There were 4 guards all of a sudden instead of 2. Guards always appear at the maximum possible size. I'd have to fight 8 at a time at this point if I were to fight guards, so I want to avoid that. I want to avoid all fights from here on out. Okay, Virtue of Justice. And now we are going to gate travel back to phase 2. Gonna get back on our horse. We'll go do Compassion. This is the town of Britain. There's the Rune of Compassion. And we'll get YOLO. Spelt with an I, though, not with a Y. I only live once, I guess. But it is pronounced YOLO, according to YOLO's creator. All of these characters are based on Richard Garriott, the programmer, on his friends and colleagues from his days in the Society for Creative Anachronism. This is the Shrine of Compassion. So YOLO Fitzowen is one of them. Jeffrey is one. Julia and Jana. And yeah, all of these characters are based on people he knows in real life, or knew in real life in some cases. Because this game is almost 40 years old. This game is getting up there. Getting up there in years. It's actually a really fascinating game. It provides a lot of interesting meditations on virtue and vice, and on it's a bit of a deconstruction of the way a lot of RPGs run, because you can't go around doing things like just opening random chests you find in town. Those belong to somebody, and you're stealing them, and that's bad. I'm going to blink over here. We're going to go to the town of Cove. We need to find the Candle of Love. Here's the Candle of Love. And now we're going to go to 8. We're going to pick up. Katrina. Okay, no poison there. All right. We're going to gate to 6. Blink north. Katrina's a shepherd. She's nice enough, but boy, are they useless. So, all right, here's the... Now, the other trick is that we cannot have a party size greater than our experience level. We're currently level 7, so we can't actually recruit our 8th party member. Blink south, blink west, and this is the Shrine of Honor. This will make us an 8 parts avatar. Once we are an 8 parts avatar, well, it's part of the requirements for beating the game, but also it gives us access to the Mystic Arms and Mystic Armor, provided I know where to get them. Guess what? I know where to get them. It's also very important. It will finish up our experience our experience level. So at that point, I can then go and get level 8, recruit our last member, and then sail to the Abyss, where we will go to where we will be going to finish the game, to find the Codex of Infinite Wisdom. Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. The Codex. I gotta make sure I don't run out of magic points. That's my boat. And it's a cool boat. I'm just wandering around to make sure I don't run out of magic points. And once you find the codex, that's the game, right? That's what you're here for. Open the door. Mystic weapons, we'll ready one. One of the other reasons we do this, yeah, good. I get 6,400 experience, very close to. Yeah, that's what happens. Very close to not having enough experience for the end game. This is Empath Abbey. This is the other. This is the Castle of Love. Serpent's Hold is the Castle of Courage. This is the Mystic Armor. We're going to wear some Mystic Armor. And now we should have 6,400 experience. And we're going to lose our horse, unfortunately. Because the horse will not survive when we cross into the upper floor. And you can't take a horse up a ladder. Get out of the way, thank you. Level 8, that's it. That's all I need to do. I need to go get Chamino the Ranger from Scarabray. Means all I need to do is leave. And we'll cast a gate travel spell over to Scarabray. Do I have enough? Yeah, I've got 2. Good, that's all I need. Cast gate to 7. Enter Scarabray. Hey Chamino, how's it going? Also, we're going to stop in here just for safety's sake and buy a bunch of food. Food ticks down a lot faster when you got 8 people eating it. And then back to where we put our boat, which is just over. Oh, that is mean. We're out of fireballs. Cool. There we go. That is not nice. Pirate ship as we're coming to get our boat. All right, and I just go to this spot right here and sail. And hope not to get any fights. Hope the wind doesn't change on me. Just sail from here. West wind isn't too bad. South one. Oh, that's not nice. Go away. Okay, now we need to cast a wind change spell to put the wind from the north and just sail like mad across these pirates and they won't catch us. Okay. And in we go. This is the final walk up. This is where the abyss is. We threw the skull in here in that very cool skull drop we did from the balloon earlier. We have to walk up to there. We have to use the bell, not the beal, the bell. Use the book and use the candle, and it opens the abyss. We're going to actually stand here until Chamino dies. Thank you. Quick save, enter. The Great Stygian Abyss. We're going to cast a quickness spell and walk very quickly through these lava lizards, through the fire, through the brimstone. My quickness spell did not work very well. Quickness is also a bit random. Every time you take a turn, it gives you a 50-50 chance of being able to take another turn. But of course, that includes the extra turns you take. So you could just easily walk across a room with quickness. Check my magic points. Oh, check my spells. Yeah, that should be enough. Let's mix some tremors up and some heals. I have run out of both on occasion in the abyss. It can get obnoxious. And quickness. So I don't want to step in the sleep field because that could be dangerous. We're going to change it to a poison field, and we're going to be poisoned for a while, and that's cool. And by a while, I mean to the rest of the game. We're just going to stay poisoned forever. It's awesome. But that's okay, because when we run into Balrons and Reapers, it means we won't have to worry about being put to sleep. I will warn that in some of these rooms, especially rooms with a lot of Reapers, the flashing, that's a bunch of ghosts. The flashing effect of the sleep spells can be really obnoxious, and if you're sensitive to that sort of thing, it may be a problem. Now it's going to ask me some questions. I know the answers. So throw a quickness spell, wander into this room, Go out to the east. These aren't particularly mazy. This is just a block of 9. It's just a 3x3 block of rooms in this particular case. Those are a couple Balrons. You might see the screen flash. They're trying to cast a sleep spell. East 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Use the Stone of Passion, which is yellow, and descend. Go 1, 2 south, and this is a break room. This is a coffee break. We'll recover our magic points and our hit points, and I'll take a drink. All right, out we go. If I walk straight through the middle of this room, those walls open up and I have to fight a bunch of demons. I don't want to do that. So I go that way. Descend. We need to go east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. North. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast a quickness spell. And in we go. Cast an undead. Cast a tremor. Check to make sure I have enough magic points. I do. Cast a tremor. Hey, good gremlin room. And go through the north of this, please. Thank you. Stone, this is justice, and it is green. Descend, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn this way, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to fight you guys. Gremlins will steal food, which is why I bought extra food. Tremor! Okay, now unfortunately we've got 2 Zorns to deal with. Zorns, you see the N between my food and my gold. Magic is negated. That's what the N is for. It means I can't cast any more spells till those Zorns get dead. There we go. Mind you, neither can the Balrons, so I don't get hit with sleep spells. That panel opens up this. This is the worst room in the game coming up. Flashing warning, just so you're aware. All those Reapers will make the screen flash. I don't like it any more than you do. But if you're sensitive to it, it could be a bad thing. And we want to go through here and out that room. And there we go, we're out. Okay. This is another break room, which I'm going to take advantage of for a little bit. And we're going to go south. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use the stone for sacrifice, which is orange. We're going to descend 2 south, 2 west, 1 south, 2 east. There we are. This is a maze. We're going to cast a quickness spell to get through here. And if you enter it in the wrong place, you can't possibly get through it. Tremor. Okay, good. It got rid of the important one. Magic points, good. Tremor. Oh, that was a good tremor. Sometimes they're good tremors, sometimes they're not good tremors. And we're going to recover our magic points here, because there's a room coming up that I want my magic points for. And, you know, a whole other floor of the dungeon. Cast quickness, sip in here, tremor! Get out of here. And away we go. Use the stone. It is honor, purple. Descend. Now we go north and quickness west. Don't step on that treasure box. It surrounds you with force fields, and then if you don't have a dispel spell, you are sockblocked, literally. Sorry, that was my alarm going off. Undead. I'm out of undead spells. Okay, tremor. I'm not out of tremor spells. That was an excellent tremor. I'm getting all these good tremors after I had such weird rotten luck earlier and have had to do all sort of fancy rerouting. We're going to mix some quicknesses. No, what was I out of? Oh, undeads. That's not a problem. Magic points. Tremor. Tremor is just kind of the automatic response to everything. Oh, hi. There's 3 of you. Looks like a tremor spell is needed. Spirituality, white, descend. Back up a couple steps. Go over here. cast a quickness spell. Deke out the Balron, preferably. Thank you. Cast Tremor. Ideally, those 5 lava lizards would be killed, so I wouldn't have them spreading their lava around. Unfortunately, what would be ideal and what actually happens some of the time, does not always line up. But we got out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I don't have to fight these guys. They're not evil. Quickness. Tremor. Like I said, just sort of the automatic response. We're going to throw a tremor spell. All right. We're going to heal up. We're going to recover our magic points. Next room is the last room in the game. Then we have the final quiz. The final quiz. The game's going to ask me questions about all the virtues and all the principles and the one binding principle, the one axiom. I know all the answers, and the best part is the questions always come in the same order, and I can buffer my inputs. So I can type in the answer to the next question before it even asks it. I did not get particularly good tremor luck here. But we should be out of here momentarily. If you ever watch my world record run of this, I run out of heal spells before I come in here, and I sort of figure, well, I'm doomed. But I did make it. Out we go. Use the stone. Humility. Black. All right. Use the 3-part key. Use the special word that you found out. And now it's going to ask me a question about each virtue, and as it does, it's going to create the codex symbol. I don't even have to rush. It will buffer up to 16 keystrokes. And I just type them in. Nice and easy. A nice, relaxed end to this lovely meditation on the nature of good. I'd say on the nature of good and evil, but no, it's really a meditation on the nature of good. Now it's going to ask me about the 3 principles. They are truth, love, and courage. And then it's going to ask me one more question after courage. And as soon as the answer to that question comes up, I have won the game. So time is coming up very shortly, and there it is. Time. Just over an hour. And that is Ultima IV. And we usually just click through the end here quickly. You end up back home. And step count it gives you. So 7,194 steps. It's a really good step count. And that's the game. That's the whole thing. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time presenting it. I'll be back tomorrow to do Ultima 1, which is a very different experience. And hopefully, if you're interested in the game and have interest in retro RPGs or just want to try something new and different, please check this one out. Come and seek us out. There's a whole Ultima Speedrunners Discord. Come and check us out. I would love some other people to talk about this game with, some people to help route. It's a lot of fun, but we are a very small group, and I wouldn't mind having a few more people around to run it. So, but thanks again for having me, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.